In this episode, we'll be going over Street Fighter V's meters, and all aspects of the game that they are associated with. Your normal meter works essentially the same way that it has since Street Fighter 3. You can hold stocks of meter to perform EX moves, done by inputting the same command as other special moves, but inputting 2 buttons instead of 1. The character using an EX move will also flash orange. For example, Ryu can throw a normal Hadouken by inputting quarter circle forward plus punch. But if he hits 2 punch buttons at the same time instead, a single stock of his meter will be spent, and he'll throw an EX Hadouken, which travels faster and hits twice. When all 3 stocks of meter are filled, you can perform a critical art. Critical arts are executed the same way as supers have been throughout the series, but are a bit more akin to Street Fighter 4's Ultra attacks in appearance. Dramatic, flashy, and often ridiculous. M. Bison's critical art, the Ultimate Psycho Crusher, is performed by simply inputting quarter circle forward twice, followed by a single punch button. Street Fighter 4's Ultras required inputting all 3 punches or kicks simultaneously in order for the Ultra to work, but Street Fighter V reverts back to the more classic single button input. Now it's time to talk about V-meter and all aspects of the game associated with it. Your V-meter can be charged one of 2 ways. Successful use of a new character-specific move called a V-skill, or taking damage, which is the main reason I stated in the previous video that your V-meter is the closest thing Street Fighter V has to Street Fighter 4's Revenge meter. Also note that different characters can have different sized V-meters, either 2 stocks or 3 stocks. V-skills vary quite a bit from character to character and are a defining aspect of their playstyle. They are performed by pressing medium punch and medium kick at the same time, the same input for Street Fighter 4's focus attacks. For example, M. Bison can now catch and throw back any projectile that comes his way. He can even absorb hits from normal attacks if timed correctly. So, what exactly does V-meter do? Well, it does 2 things. First, and most important, is that if your V-meter is filled to the max, your character can activate their V-trigger. Activation is done by pressing heavy punch and heavy kick at the same time, and is accompanied by a short, flashy animation and a pause in the gameplay. Like V-skills, V-triggers vary greatly from character to character. Ryu's V-trigger, Denjin mode, adds power to his Shoryuken uppercuts as well as speed to his Hadouken fireballs. He can also charge his fireballs for a short time while in this mode. A fully charged fireball can even break through your guard. M. Bison's V-trigger, Psycho Power, allows him to cancel his EX special moves into other EX special moves for massive pressure and damage potential. Note that Ryu's V-gauge only has 2 stocks, while Bison's has 3. Generally speaking, a character with 2 stocks has a V-trigger that has a short, dramatic effect to the match, while a character with 3 stocks gains a significant buff of some sort that may last for some time. The second ability of your V-gauge is the ability to perform a V-reversal, done by pressing forward and all 3 punches while you are in block stun. Each V-reversal costs a single stock of your V-gauge. V-reversals cause you to break out of your block stun and knock your opponent away, causing a small amount of recoverable damage to the opponent. But more importantly, the activation of a V-reversal immediately reduces a portion of your stun meter. However, if your opponent throws out a move with fast recovery and you attempt to V-counter it, they may be able to block the attempt, leaving you wide open to a counterattack. It's a great ability, but too much abuse of it can leave you at a disadvantage, same as any other move in Street Fighter V. And that brings us to the end of Part 2. Next time, we start to get into actual fights, as we go over crush counters, V-trigger cancels, and quick stands.